Hello good people of the internet, this is Jed from Your Guitar Academy. Today I'm going to be teaching you the song Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. This is the beginner's version and let's jump right into it. So for the chorus section of this song we've got two chords. We've got an A major. I'm playing this chord with one finger like this, but you can play it whichever way you find most comfortable. So with all three fingers or like that. And then we've also got a D major. I'm going to sing, I hope that's alright. Here we go. So the chorus sounds like this. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. So that's what we're working with today. So we got just a simple change from A major to D major. Now what I'm doing there, the way I'm playing this is I'm playing the chords with the downstroke. So that means that it's as if I'm playing it with 16th notes. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and If you're just learning guitar, I think you might find it easier with this with the beat broken down into 8th notes. So 1 and 2 and. So instead of hitting that chord on a downstroke, you'll actually be hitting it with an upstroke. So you'll have 1 and 2 and. So it would be like this. So experiment with the two, see what you find easier. See if you find it easier to strum down or strum up. You might have a preference to one being easier than the other. So 1, 2, 3. So that's the 8th notes. 1, 2. If I played that with 16th notes, it would sound like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Cool. So the way that I play this song is I use the vocal part to tell me when to change chords. So that's partly why I'm singing today. I'm also, one thing I didn't mention, is doing some left hand muting. So you can hear that once I hit the chord, it dies immediately. And how I'm doing that is once I hit the chord, I then take my fingers gently off the strings. I take the pressure off, but they're actually still touching the strings. So I'm going, and also using some of these fingers to catch any open strings that might be ringing out. So, and that's the same for when I change to the D major chord. I'm also using some muting with my right hand. So again, if you're new to guitar, some of these techniques can take a bit of working and practice before you get them to work effectively. If you're interested in looking at any of these techniques in more detail, we've got full courses. That's on the Guitar Club. That'll be in the description below if you're interested. So now I'm going to talk about the chorus part of this song. So we've got the A and the D chords that we're going to be changing between, and I use the vocal line as a cue as to when to change. So if we started from the top of the chorus, we've got, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing, that's when we're going to change. So, because every little thing is gonna be alright. Is gonna be alright is when we change back to the A chord. So from the top again, we've got, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. And then it starts again. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. So that's our chorus part. One thing that you can find helpful, useful, a little technique for the strumming pattern. And it's very simple, but sometimes simple things can be hard to do. You can use the muted strings as an aid as to when to strum the next beat. So if we've got So depending on which way you're playing this, depending on if you're using like an 8th note feel or a 16th note feel, it's going to affect whether you're doing a down strum or an up strum. So if you're doing a down strum for the 16th note feel, I'm just hitting those low strings very gently to kind of keep me in time and know when the next strum is going to come in. So and then for the 8th note feel, I'm doing a down strum first of all, and I'm kind of hitting more of the strings, but it doesn't really matter what you do. You can hit these low ones or all of them. So I'm going. And that can really, if you're not used to strumming in this way, you can get used to it with that. And then once you get more comfortable, you can take it away. So you've got. But your hand's still doing exactly the same motion. It's just that when you strum down, you're not hitting it that one time. So you've got the version where you're hitting it, and then the version without. I hope that's useful and helpful. So now we're going to look at the verse part of the song, and we've got a new chord here. We're going to be playing E major. This part is more straightforward in the sense of when the chords change. So each chord is just going to last for a bar. So that will sound like this. So what we want to do here is just be aware of the chord structure. So that's the easiest thing to pay attention to, because if you know when you're changing after 4 strums, then you know, okay, I'll just pay attention to the chords and that should be easier. So here's the chord progression for the verse. So we've got A, then we've got E, then we've got A again, then we're going up to D, and then back to A, and then E, and then to D, and then back to A. So that's the chord structure, and we're going to be playing that with that strumming pattern we were doing. So now that we've been through the sections of the song, once you've done enough practice, you can play along to the tune, and if you use the vocal melody to tell you when to change chords, that can be really helpful. And you might practice it enough that you could play it by yourself without the vocal melody. Usually what happens if I do that is I'm hearing it in my head. So you could play the chords on their own, but you might have the melody up here just to tell you when to change. Thanks very much for tuning in to this lesson. Hope you've enjoyed. If there's anything else you want to check out with the concepts we were talking about here, we've got full courses. That's on the Guitar Club, and that will be in the description below. But otherwise, thanks very much.
Massive thank you from me and the rest of our wonderful tutors for watching this video. If you do want to check out another video, another playlist, you can click right over here. Otherwise, if it feels like the right time for you and you're ready to give it a go, our Guitar Club link is right up here. You can get a 14-day free trial and you'll get access to our complete courses, our amazing community, and everything you need to properly upgrade and start loving the process of learning the guitar. I'll see you later.